Hope you all are up and at it. If you haven't already, I know a lot of people wake up early this morning, myself included, just to get the day started. So y'all see the title, Monday morning hoop session. That's on the way. That's why I put slash afternoon because it's like a morning afternoon situation. But I think I'll be in attendance though, just to put some shots up. Like I told y'all, I'm back in the lab, man. Back in the lab, back in the lab, back in the lab, putting shots up. The game 3 that Team Purge had last Friday. That's one of them. That's a tough one. It's a tough one. I don't really want to, give too many. Well, I'll let y'all know the outcome. It was a tough one for the team, but for the most part, the game tapes is always there to study and see where we can make our adjustments and go from there. That's all we can do is make our adjustments and go from there. You know what I'm saying? So it's all good. So shout out Team Purge. We gonna do better. I mean, it was a good game. It was definitely a great game, and we got the shots that we wanted. It just wasn't falling. But the defense is something I definitely want to highlight. That we played some very great defense. We got to keep that same intensity. I really, like I said, I like the good group of guys that we have because we got some talented people who are good in their niche for the team, and if everybody plays to their strong suits, then we'll be fine. That tough one. It was a tough L, but we gonna definitely persevere. But shout out to you, Purge, yeah. So yeah, we gonna get a little morning hoop session, man. Y'all know me, man. I like to get some shots up and always polish the game and stuff like that. So we're gonna be okay with that. But again, y'all make sure y'all hit that like button, y'all hit that subscribe button. Appreciate everybody that's been supporting the channel, everybody that's been watching the videos. I do have a premiere set for game 3 when we played team out the net. Shout out the team out the net. They got some good group of guys over there too. We actually match their energy. They have a few people that can break out and have good games, but we did a good job of actually containing those people from doing what they wanted to do on the floor. But that footage will be available at 12 o'clock, so it's all good. It's all good. We gonna be moving and grooving, making some adjustments, and moving forward, man. We gotta get these dubs. There's no reason we get the results. We get what the talent that we have. We just gotta hone in on our own each individual skill set and always maximize our potential. In every play. Always making sure we get the best shot and making the right decisions and cutting down on the turnovers because those things are what can make or break a team, especially mid game. With the decisions that people make. So we'll be fine. I like I said, I believe in this good group of guys, and it's not a bad team. We actually have some very talented people on the floor. Like I've said, plenty of live streams, that I believe in. So it's all right. It's all good. In other news, so I spoke on this particular subject on Facebook with a few people. I didn't get a chance to actually edit the footage and post it on here with y'all, so I just said I'll just had a conversation up here with y'all. So we all seen the Michael Ealy and Jonathan Majors and Megan Good situation where you see Michael Ealy picking up Megan Good in front of Jonathan Majors, and Jonathan Majors sitting up there fiddling with his bag like he looking for something. No, he's not looking for something. He really mad, and I get it. I'd be heated too. Anybody would be heated too. To just see how people looked at that situation, and I looked at the so um I don't know. Yeah, I get it. hold on, Captain Crazy, pertaining to what I got going on. I can't just have you post that on my. Come on, man. I don't understand these people on YouTube, man. They just come by on your live stream and just say anything under your post. Like it's all cool. This is some very, very peculiar people on this platform. And no shade to the people that's in that community, but this ain't got nothing to do with none of that. No, I'm not even speaking on none of that. So why even type that? But anyway, so yeah. Y'all see the situation where you have Michael Ealy lifting up Megan Good, and you see once he put her down, she looks over at Jonathan Majors and he kind of making that face like, yeah, this ain't cool at all. I ain't with none of that. I ain't feeling that. But he played the situation good. He didn't get out of his body. He didn't cause a scene. He just, played. Now, of course, I'm pretty sure they had a conversation after that. But on Michael Ealy part, the disrespect and wanting to get a reaction, and then you lift the man girl up, and then you turn around and overstep him and dap the next person next to him. Yeah. Let's take some pictures. You know what I'm saying? So it was some real deal disrespectful stuff going on. But I say Jonathan Majors definitely handled it. Jonathan Majors to me is very peculiar too. He's a strange guy, but in that situation he handled it good. With his name being in and all the publicity and everything going on with him, he played that well. He played that very well, and it's a shame that something like that happens, and you got to be the bigger person. Is really being you know what I'm saying, like, and you got to make sure you're in control of your actions and how you handle situations. With Michael Ealy doing that, it made him look ridiculous, and nobody's even speaking on that. Nobody's even speaking on the fact that Michael Ealy did that. It's more so with Jonathan Majors handled this situation like this. Megan Good. Now, I will say this. Megan Good, in that whole situation, all she had to do was a simple introduction, like normal couples would do. So, Michael Ealy knowing Megan Good and knowing her situation, because who don't know that these two aren't a couple? Megan Good could have easily, oh, hey, what's going on? This is introduction, but it wasn't even none of that. The guy came and started twirling her around and doing, like, it was crazy. I see all the comedy sketches and all that about it. And that's what's going to be entertaining, because it's the internet and perception is everything. Well, you can take a video clip of something, chop it, and make it appear to be something else when it's a whole entire video where that clip came from. So it's the internet. Well, manipulation is definitely a tactic used by individuals that's up here. But overall, I thought that whole situation was ridiculous. And Jonathan Majors, he handled that good. He handled it pretty good. So and it's a lot of people that feel the same way I feel, as far as how he handled the situation, and I thought that was dope. So shout out to Jonathan Majors for not spazzing, and I think that was the Tyler Perry movie premiere, which I thought the movie was typical Tyler Perry. But one thing I could say about Tyler Perry in that movie is that it proves that you can do it too. You can do it too, from the playwright to the treatment of the movie, the actors, the actresses, the scripts, everything that's being said in this particular movie, anybody can write that. I know Tyler Perry just has the means and resources to make all these things come to fruition, but in all honesty, anybody can write a movie like that. and especially a movie that we've seen him write time and time again. The actors and actresses in this particular movie carried the script because the script wasn't all top tier, but the actors and actresses made it come alive. Like, so I definitely, um, I don't say Divorce in the Black is a terrible movie, but as far as production wise, it holds its own as a Tyler Perry studio film, and it's gonna do what it's gonna do. Just about anything that Tyler Perry does is gonna be talked about, especially amongst the black community. Anyway, we're gonna critique that and give our opinions on it. So it was a Tyler Perry movie to me. I'm not going to sit up here and just say, oh man, it was trash, man. It was garbage, man. I don't see how anybody can sit and watch. Nah, I ain't about to do all that. Because even though regardless of how a person may feel about the movie, you gotta understand what actually goes into it. And seeing like the dude go from plays to movies, that joint that's phenomenal, and still be putting out product at a high level. So it was a Tyler Perry film, and everything solely by him. He got his own studios, so he's able to put out whatever kind of content he want to put out, and he pretty much cut out the middleman. He got his own production company, all that, and still have the resources to get the actors and actresses that he want to be in the movie. So yeah, I mean, it's a new movie everybody's gonna talk about, and it's Tyler Perry, man. What you gonna get? You know what I'm saying? But like I said, I was more inspired by the fact that to see somebody at that level, multi-million dollar producer, director, playwright, screenwriter, put out a movie like that, and it still, has more of its I'm trying to find the right word. It was organic. It was like a normal. It wasn't so grandiose, And I'm looking at that like, man, I can write a daggone movie. I can write a play. I can write a TV series. Like, I know a lot goes into it, but I don't think it's that much work if you got the right sources around you to make it all possible. So yeah, as far as like Tubi movies, Hulu, I'll just say Tubi. Like people not Tubi, but that's another opportunity as well. And the movies you see up there, yeah, you definitely can do it too. Of course, if you don't have the sources like most directors and screenwriters and producers have, your movie's going to look a certain way. But if you write a good treatment for a movie and got good actors and actresses, it's going to go far and people are going to talk about it, especially if it's a movie where a lot of people can relate to it. Yeah, it's going to go far. So yeah, Tyler Perry pretty much, he figured out a way where he can incorporate things that go on in black communities and put them in movies. Now, a little bit of it is redundant, so I can see how, people from the community don't really want to support it because of the redundance of movies, but it is what it is. It's gonna be what it's gonna be, and he's still putting out movies at this level and getting the type of quality he's getting. It's gonna be what it's gonna be. As simple as that. Making good. And then we got to think about this too. So that situation happened at the premiere of Divorce in the Black, which gave that whole movie a whole nother level of promotion. And so it's when you're dealing with Hollywood or Hollyweird, some would say, you're going to get antics like this. Because I don't just see a situation like that actually just happening the way it happens. And then like the movie just dropped, and it's like, okay, we got Megan Good here, and we also have Megan Good having a situation outside of the movie as well. So it's, I look at all these situations as stunts and publicity for what it is and what it's gonna be. So I just look at it as was an opportunity that was presented, and somebody went all in and did what they did. Well, it was an opportunity there, and Tyler Perry, you know, having the mind that he has, put together, a picture for people to talk about. Like everybody speaks about the first 5 minutes of the movie, which is crazy. Never seen anything like that. But for him to think about that and put it in the light of a motion picture to give us a visual, that was entertainment in itself. I was like, whoa, I would have never thought about nothing like that. That's just where my mind went with it. But yeah. In other news, it was a shooter that made an attempt on Donald Trump's life. To me, another publicity stunt. We got to remember, y'all, Donald Trump is a businessman. So he also, and I'm gonna do another live stream on this as well, where I'm gonna be speaking about Donald Trump and JJ Redick and a few other public figures as well, just to make a point that I want to make right now is that this is America. This is America, and it's not even about. It has never been about what you know. It's who you know. Simple and plain as that. So we have Donald Trump, who's at a rally, trying to get his votes and stuff, and persuade the people, doing what politicians do. He has some experience because when he went into the chair, he didn't have any experience. But being that he actually served the term, he has the experience now. So he knows what it takes to go, into those rallies and stuff. What it is, a lot of things that happen behind the scenes. So you have Donald Trump that, he's at his rally giving his speeches and stuff. And next thing you know, you hear some shots, and then you see him like reach for his ear and duck, what I'm saying? Almost like he had got shot. Like when you watching it, like if you was to watch that video with the sound off, it looked like he got shot. But he didn't get shot. What I'm saying? They said it grazed his ear. And I'm just looking at the whole thing and how it happened and how you see the Secret Service agents, crowding around him, of course, to protect him. And then you say, well, let me get my shoes. You hear Donald Trump say, let me get my shoes. Let me get my shoes. And then he just kind of comes from up out of the crowd. It looked like something out of it was like a WWE script. I promise you it was like a WWE script. You just see all these agents huddled around him, and then he comes out the middle just. He put up a fist, y'all. Like, he put up the fight the power fist. I was shocked. Like, this dude. Blood all on his face. It was just a really dramatic scene. And when you see all these pictures now, it's just like he basically, to me, attempted to immortalize himself. Like he pretty much he didn't, even though it was an attempt on his life, he survived it. We didn't have presidents throughout history get assassinated in many situations, but this particular situation, he survived it. So when he emerged from in the middle of the Secret Service agents with the fight the power fist, I'm like, oh yeah. And then of course, you go on social media, like I think I was on Facebook and I seen a meme and it was like, that's the hardest album cover ever. And you just see Donald Trump and you just see like the Secret Service agents like kind of, all around him and all this stuff, and he just sitting there in the middle, all on like this with blood on him, which we know, again, that should tell us that's a publicity stunt too, because Secret Service agents aren't supposed to have the president exposed at all when something like that goes down. At all. And the fact that, he still had enough time to, you know, emerge from all these agents that's trying to protect him, not, give the shooter a visual. He putting up his fist like he survived. Like, all everything we see is it's the media. You gotta understand, this is broadcasting media, y'all. Like, they show us what they want us to see. Simple as that. They not things aren't happening just because they're happening at a moment. No, it's media. It's a broadcast. These people have these things in place months and years in advance. So when it finally gets to us, they're just executing a plan, and it's a social experiment to see who gravitates to it, who's actually going to, have they play with people's heartstrings, who's actually it's gonna actually hit home for people. People are going to be devout on, their opinion, and oppose anybody that has a difference in opinion of them. It's different. So and that's just what the media is going to do. The media can shape and shift anything they like for public consumption, just like any of these social media platforms we on. You have people who know they not who they may present themselves to be a peer, but being that people buy into characters and to who they might perceive the person to be because they like the what they're saying, they're going to feed into it. And then later on, when things come out about a person, they're like, "Oh my God, I didn't," when it was right there in their face. You know what I'm saying? So it's a broadcast, people. It just is what it's gonna be. So that's just my take on what's in the news lately and stuff. And basically, it's entertainment. It's for entertainment purposes, because whenever all these subjects is spoke about by certain content creators or news channels or whatever the case is people giving their opinion about something that was already in the works. I'm not going to sit up here and just say, okay, you know, I want to say it's staged allegedly because of how it happened. Because they said they killed the shooter. They said they was able to neutralize the shooter. They said he was able to neutralize the shooter. And then the shooter was wearing some merchandise from a YouTube content creator. So now it's like they trying to tie it into a YouTube content creator trying to put a hit on the president. It just goes deeper, and it doesn't stop. It just keeps going and going and going, which we all know on the internet. Many stories, articles, a lot of things send you down a rabbit hole to keep you engaged and to keep you from doing other things you could be doing with your time besides, following something like this. But that's the internet. The internet is here for entertainment. And people play on that. And honestly, this is really what it's for. This is really what the internet is for, is to basically keep you engaged and people show you what they want to show you. It's the purpose of it. So that's my take on it, with the whole 45th president attempt on his life, and the whole Michael Ealy and Jonathan Majors and Megan Good situation. It's just entertainment. It's gonna be something every day, y'all. Like that's one thing we know about the internet. It's always gonna be something every day. There's always gonna be something to talk about, and people give their opinions. It's just as simple as that. Now I'm telling y'all. So I'm gonna save that for another live stream. I might do another live stream later on with what I was discussing with y'all about the whole Donald Trump and JJ Redick situation. Like I'm gonna do that on another live stream. I just kind of wanted to tap in with y'all on a Monday morning. Be on the lookout for the Team Purge versus Team Out the Net premiere. Like I said, I apologize in advance. My camera overheated in the second half, so I didn't get the last 9 minutes of that video, which was pivotal because I want to get all film. I'm trying to resolve this issue. I keep running into issues when it comes to, trying to capture the actual footage. I'm going to get it. I'm going to narrow it down and make the proper adjustments so everything is smooth for y'all viewing pleasure. But again, I appreciate everybody that's been supporting, watching the videos, and giving their input and everything. So it goes a long way. So I just want to say thank you for all that support. It means a lot. So be on the lookout for that at 12 o'clock. I will be premiering Game 3, Team Purge versus Team Out the Net. And I post these videos for just for me as well as game film, and my teammates and anybody that want to view it and give their critiques about it either about it too. So it I to be a content creator, you gotta have thick skin. Everybody's not going to agree. Every people may disagree, but the biggest thing is the engagement and having people feel inclined to want to, give their opinion about your content and stuff. That's the engagement is everything, and publicity is again, it's a broadcast. It's well, why we doing this, and everybody's not going to agree with everything, but just the simple engagement in the conversation is what matters, and why we as content creators do this. Of course, we enjoy the support too, and it's also to invoke conversation. But again, just checking in. I appreciate everybody that's been supporting. I'm definitely going to do, I'm gonna say that live stream again. Thank you, everybody. Leave a comment down on this live stream. Let me know what you think about the topics. Let me know what topics you want me to cover, of course. Appreciate everybody that's watching the playback. Appreciate everybody that dropped in on the channel. It was greatly appreciated. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm gonna try to go back live later, but we're gonna see how it play out. I hope you continue to have a good rest of your Monday. That is going well. We are alive and breathing. We gotta seize the opportunity. If opportunity presents itself that something can be conducive to your life, then do it. Don't be afraid to step out on faith. If you should fall, then that will make experience, because when you fall and get back up, you'll know what not to do next time and what you can do to make you excel. So sending nothing but positive vibrations your way. Continue to have a good Monday. Also, Dope Live, I appreciate each and every last one of you all. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. I appreciate your subscription. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Gone.